Knots and Ropes: The Struggle of Mental Health. Greetings. My name is Mohammed Haziq bin Zainuddin, and I am from F16. Today, I will talk about mental health. For your disclaimer, I am not someone with any sort of qualifications on this topic, but I am speaking from my own experience and my friends. So please, take a listen. I hope you get some new information from this video. Introduction. Has living feel like a chore to you? Have you ever felt overwhelmed, like no matter how much you do, it is never enough? You dread waking up in the morning, having to go through the daily routine of life. Going to class, learning topics you barely understand anything about. You wish you could just lay in your bed all day not doing anything, rotting inside your own room, through no fault of your own. Feeling this way is not a sin. Your struggles with this are valid. There are ways to overcome this, and thankfully, you are not alone in the struggle. In Malaysia, the National Health and Morbidity Survey, conducted among more than 30,000 Malay, Chinese, and Indian secondary school adolescents between 13 and 17-year-old, reported that the prevalence of depression, anxiety, and stress is 18.3%, 39.7%, and 9.6% respectively. Despite the several studies made, mental health is not taken seriously in our society. Parents think it is just a phase that teenagers go through, or their way of wanting attention. Due to this, many people have unfortunately succumbed to mental illness. Every single year, 6 to 8 people per 100,000 individuals die from suicide. This means that 5 people die from suicide every day. However, unlike most other problems, there is no clear solution. The brain is a complicated organ that has not been fully explained by science even after all these years and with our advanced technology. Mental health treatment is quite the new field of medicine when compared to other issues. Mental health is a new issue the new generation must find ways to overcome. Anxiety. As stated previously, the most common issue a student faces is anxiety. To explain it briefly, anxiety is the feeling of constant dread over anticipated events. People commonly mistake fear and anxiety being the same thing. However, there is a clear difference between the two. Fear is the feeling over a present threat, while anxiety is the anticipation of a future threat. To overcome mental illness, the first step that must be taken is identifying whether we are facing this issue. Now, how can we tell if we have anxiety? A common symptom of those affected with anxiety is overthinking. Overthinking, just as implied by the name, is thinking too much about a particular thing. In the context of a student, it might be thinking too much about whether we are prepared enough for the upcoming exams or about the assignments we submitted. Now, this poses the question, how does this affect a student's daily life? As a student, you might be familiar with the constant stream of thoughts that goes into your head when you have assignments or work that needs to be submitted, which leads to stress. Over time, the stress builds up, especially when we do not have a proper way to release stress. This leads to a feeling called a burnout, where students have no energy or motivation to continue. This in turn leads to a dropping of academic performance due to loss of willingness to continue working hard. As matriculation students, this issue is more prevalent due to the high stress environment we are in. Conclusion. As students, we must take ample measures to ensure our mental health is not affected and we do not fall deeper into the abyss. Know this, you are not alone. Seek for help from a trusted friend or adult. If you ever feel backed into a wall, please consult with a counselor. Life is a journey with many difficulties, and I believe at the end is peace. So, I ask of you, listener, do not give up. Continue enjoying life as we only live once. Thank you. This has been me, Haziq, signing off.